The GOP, the conservative pundits, the people who have been entrusted with portraying and pursuing and whatever it is, this message, are ruining it regarding this preoccupation, this nonsense regarding transgender, woke, corporate, Target boycotts, Dylan Mulvaney. It's a waste of time. You've said it. America knows it. Stop it. These people, these children who inhabit the world of conservative, video and commentary, are stuck on this, like they are with pedophile, or pedo if you're from the UK. That's it. There was 1 week where everybody who ever lived, they actually said that human trafficking and child trafficking was about pedophiles versus traffickers. Like drug traffickers are involved in alternative lifestyles? Like slavery, slave masters were into racism? No, it's about commerce and money. That's what it is. But because you've got these children to say, hey, I did great on my metrics, my God, my numbers went up saying the word pedophile, that's it. And everything became that. Stop it. The GOP and this, they're in free fall right now because they have this idea, we're going to take it. Hey, Trump's coming back. These are delusional people. This is the fight for our life, and I mean the country's life. And Bobby Kennedy's changed everything. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to ask you also to subscribe to this channel, like it, and hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And let me also tell you something right now. You have to take control. And do not rely on American institutions and the food supply industry, God bless them, in the event we have a disaster and you need emergency food that you haven't prepared for, emergency food that you never thought, I never imagined I, in the United States, would need this. Yes. So that's why, listen to this. My Patriot Supply is the preeminent source. And if you use the code preparewithlionel.com, I've got it right here, you can get $200 off a 3-month emergency food supply. Why is that important? That is the minimum you need per person per household. 3-month emergency food supply kit. Think about this. Over 2,000 calories a day. 21 varieties up to a 25-year shelf life. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks. Reusable, heavy-duty 4-layer pouches with oxygen absorbers. 120 pounds of food. Stackable, beautiful, modular, in 6 rugged water-resistant buckets. A 25-year shelf life. And if you think keeping some banana chips in the cupboard or some stewed prunes is going to make it, you're out of your mind. I heard somebody one time say, I've got a fishing pole. In a food emergency? We went nuts. This country went crazy over COVID, over toilet paper supplies. And what toilet paper had to do with COVID, I'll never understand. So preparewithlionel.com. Go there. Look at what is available for you. This is serious business. Preparewithlionel.com, because believe me, you're going to need this. This is not a threat. This is not overreaction. This is real. Preparewithlionel.com. Now let me go on the record with you and say with you that all of us think that this Dylan Mulvaney stuff is crazy. No, we don't think that men can get pregnant. Yes, we believe that there are 2 genders. Yes, there are people who might want to dress differently. There are people who might want to whatever. But there are 2 genders. Sometimes there's an imperfect gender. Sometimes there might be a a male or a female with either Klinefelters or some type of hermaphroditic, perhaps, whatever. You're right. That happens. But there are two. There are two. There are two. When they say synthetic gold, they mean synthetic gold, not synthetic aluminum. Does that make any sense to you? Okay. Now, I don't know how to say this to America or to these morons who think through some, I don't know what it is, through some delusion that they are the voice of 2024. But this conservative GOP message is over. It's done. It's finished. Shut up about this. For the love of God, please move on. Corporate America is not going to listen to you. They don't care how much they lose. They don't care if it's billions. You've got the Human Rights Campaign. You've got corporate equity indices, DEI, and everything that you can mock all you want. And Matt Walsh and others can talk about women and men getting pregnant until the end of time. It doesn't matter. There are young people. I know, they're crazy. They've always been crazy. You were crazy. There are younger people and zillennials and people who have this concern about climate change and transphobic, whatever. And you can laugh all you want. Oh, you can laugh. You can laugh. You can say, this is the most ridiculous. Fine. Whatever you want. That's up to you. I am telling you that you'd better either address this issue or move to something else, because you're not going to win anybody over. How do you think you're going to win 2024 when you have three groups of people, okay? You've got the Democrat, or whoever they are, the anti-right, left, so to speak, who are never going to vote for anybody Republican, okay? And then you have the right, who will never vote for anybody left. They're going to vote Republican no matter what. And then there's this middle. There's this group, independents, folks who are of independent mind, people who are they're undecided, they're independent, I don't know who is, but they're not necessarily. They might be a little bit concerned about this, Dylan Mulvaney stuff, but they're not really committed yet. That's not enough to vote, right? They're still worried about Trump because Trump is kryptonite to the rest of the world. See, that's another thing too. See, Republicans and MAGA fans, God bless them, they figure, I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm right. I love him. The hell with you. That's what people think. I love Trump. I'm going to vote for him. You're going to vote for him. That's it. He was hosed out of 2020. He's the best. He hasn't done anything wrong. And the more you indict him, the more we love him. This delusional trope is still being maintained for reasons I will never know. I don't understand it. Where did this insanity come from? The more you indict Trump, the better it is? What are you, nuts? But people just say that. They keep saying this. The GOP has absolutely nothing to say to younger people or those who are poachable because they don't like Joe Biden. They don't like Joe Biden. The answer is, the message is very simple, and it's a takeoff of Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan famously said, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? That was brilliant. Mine would be a little bit different. Mine would be very simple. Do you want 4 more years of this? That's it. Do you want 4 more years of this? That's it. The answer is no. Do you want 4 more years of this? You want 4 more years of Biden, or whatever the next iteration of this is? It might not be with a Biden, but it's going to be with him? No. So do me a favor, especially if you're one of these Republican children, these children who just don't understand it. They think the world is Fox News. They think it's like, well, we're right. We go to CPAC. I watch Newsmax. I'm in. I represent. No, you don't. You're a part of the groupies. This version, whatever these people are, they're like some Ronald Reagan tribute band from the 80s. I don't know who they are. Rush Limbaugh's dead. Ronald Reagan's dead. Fox News is dead. The future's Bobby Kennedy. The future is a brand new political operative that nobody understands and sees. So do me a favor, GOP wunderkinds and geniuses. Enough. Lay off this woke stuff. Use another word. You're just... It's like your version of conspiracy theory. You notice there are these tropes, these memes, these euphemisms. Conspiracy theory is always used by the left. Woke is always used by the right. And you'll never see an American flag in front of a whatever they are. By the way, they're not liberals, they're not progressives, and they're not wokies. I don't know who they are. You might call them Democrats. 2024 is for all the marbles. And I cannot stand anything anymore on cable news. I never watched Fox News. I did watch the first segment of Tucker Carlson. By the way, we'll get to him in a moment. Because his debut, whatever, it's a waste of time. He still doesn't get it. Nobody gets it. They're into this performance art, but we're not performing for the sake of performing. We're trying to sell a message, a movement. So, thank you for watching. I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also preparewithlionel.com. Years ago, people who thought about food were called preppers. People who, forget the black helicopters. Forget the white, China balloons. There are people sometimes who worry about things like natural disasters, supply chain, snafus, and the like. Preparewithlionel.com. Believe me, do it now, because one day you're going to say, I'm so glad I listened. I'm so glad I listened. And now I ask you, with all due respect, my dear friend, to comment as you see fit.